once called it a murder mystery from 1994. It's a cold case the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office has recently decided to release new evidence photos from in hopes someone will come forward with information. It's an unidentified remains case nearly 30 years old. In this KAKE News exclusive, Hannah King takes us back to the day this person's body was discovered, speaks with the investigating detective, and shares how your tip could help identify this unknown victim.
We're just west of Hoover on 47th Street South.
This patch of land in Sedgwick County looks much different than it did 30 years ago.
This was actually a two-lane dirt road, and all of the area we're standing in right now was a tree row.
Just compare it with this footage captured in October of 1994.
Cases like this can take a great deal of time. It just depends upon what we find.
That was Dr. Corey May, the medical examiner at the time of the discovery of a man's body on October 29, 1994 in Sedgwick County.
Nearly 30 years ago, a decomposing body was found when a group of Kansas gas and electric workers were cleaning up trash in this area when the odor from the body caught their attention. And then they saw some bones.
Unfortunately, they made the discovery, and then we turned everything over to the Sheriff's Department.
At the time, it was unknown how this man died, be it by the hands of someone else or of natural causes. But after the investigation was complete, it was clear.
This is a homicide investigation. There were no natural causes involved in this death.
Detective Chad Graham is Sedgwick County's new full-time cold case detective.
The hardest part about figuring out these cases, specifically with John Doe cases or unidentified bodies, is we don't know the circumstances surrounding their lifestyle, let alone the circumstances related to their death.
The department has 18 cold cases.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so I will be diving into each one of these cases.
And he's assigned to all of them.
Every cold case we have is absolutely still on our minds, and that's why we created this new position, is so that we have somebody full-time continuing to look into these and build the case files.
When the department doesn't have any new or active leads, that's when the cold case detective steps in to review the case. And with boxes like these full of preserved material, hopes are high with generating something fresh, and families are counting on them.
You've got several factors that weigh on families and victims' families, so hopefully to answer some prayers of some of the family members.
The man found has a birth name, but nearly 30 years later, investigators are still trying to figure out who he is. All this time, they've called him John Doe.
We have a DNA profile on our missing John Doe, however, have not had any hits as of yet. We've sent off there's been some new developments in DNA technology, and we've sent portions of the body off to see if those can be identified based on the new technology that's come out.
With reviewing all the information within his John Doe's box, Detective Graham is also releasing new information to the public, like these photos, never seen before.
He was in advanced stages of decomposition. They believe that he'd been there for 3 to 4 months. Purplish with vertical stripes, similar color, maybe a little darker, like a dark purple stripe.
Detective Graham is describing what he says is a shirt their victim was found in.
He would have last been seen potentially wearing this shirt and khaki shorts.
So were you living in Sedgwick County at the time of this discovery and recognize these clothes? Investigators hope you'll take a look.
Hopefully it will jog somebody's memory as to some clothing that they have a friend or a family member that wore during that time frame, and hopefully leading back to obviously a positive victim identification. The emblem is something that's very unique. I know that back in that time frame they sold those, Bugle Boy in particular, in like TJ Maxx, Walmart.
While a lot rests unknown, here's what investigators do know.
This gentleman would have been 23 to 28 years of age. He's approximately 5'6" to 6 foot, and he had a slim or medium build. We know that he had auburn or sandy colored hair. As far as any other identifiers, he was white or Hispanic.
But due to the state of this person's body, it's been hard to parallel his profile with any familial matches or come up with any other identifiers.
There has to be a family, there has to be a friend. Somebody knows something within the community. This is too large of a community for there not to be at least one person that knows exactly what happened aside from any potential suspects.
What would it mean to get a name on this John Doe? What would it mean for you, the community, and the family of this person who's been gone?
That would be extraordinary. Once we find out the potential identity of the victim in this case, that should open up a lot more in the investigation. That'll open up associates around that time, family members. It'll give us the story of who this individual was and what was happening at the time in this person's life, which will most likely lead to identification of the motives behind the crime.
So this could be what the victim looked like.
That is an artist's rendition of potentially what the victim looked like.
A week after the body was discovered, this report was released to media. Detective Graham is reading what stands out.
The remains have been examined by the Sedgwick County Coroner's Office and a forensic anthropologist. The coroner determined that this case is a homicide and blunt trauma to the head is the cause of death.
He says all tips are impactful and adds fresh eyes sometimes yield a different perspective.
There is no insignificant information. I will weed through and look into every single tip that comes in. You never know which tip that comes in that might lead to a resolution in these cases.
And as we showed you in this story, this is a sketch of what the victim might look like. Detectives want you to take a look and see if you recognize who this person could be. And if you do, please call them. Reporting from the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office, Hannah King, KAKE News on your side.
And investigators believe the location on 47th and Hoover was just the burial site, not where this man was killed. If you know anything about this case, they are asking you to call Crime Stoppers at 316-267-2111 or the Sedgwick County Cold Case Hotline number. That number is 316-660-3799. The department also has an email address you could reach out to. It's coldcase@sedgwick.gov. You can also submit an anonymous tip. Detective Graham would like to speak with anyone with any information related to this case.